representative on the board of directors, I'd like to say for this time period, because this is when I'm down here and I get to see everything down here. A lot of emphasis on communication, so I thought, instead of trying to answer all your questions by the pool and individually one at a time, I would try to get everybody in the room, talk about some of the things that have transpired over the last year. Some of the big things you can already see, but there's a lot of subtle things that take place throughout the year that you might not be aware of. And then talk about some of the plans that we have in place, and which you should see over the coming year. The board is pulled together. And Katie, our manager, is here, so if I can't answer some of the questions, she can back me up. And we'll go from there. I want to keep it very informal. Towards the end, just open it up for questions and answers or concerns, and we'll take notes, and then we'll take it back to the board and let them know what your interests are. So with that, I'll get started. The first thing, I'm sure you've all noticed, that Sue has, that we have security in place this year. We've been working on it for a while. Just with the climate around here in the local area, my feeling on that was it was time that we needed to do something, because I thought we're exposed, and God forbid something should ever happen from the lack of security. So we put together a three-phase plan. The first one was to lock the doors. The purpose there being so that no one could get in after 10 o'clock unless you were an owner with the key, and therefore you couldn't get to the elevator to get up on the floor where everyone is. The second phase is we moved, we have two maintenance people now. We have one during the day, and then we have one at night, and there's an overlap in there. So with the two maintenance people, we've also knocked out our need for the landscaping. We have one guy that takes care of landscaping. As you can see, the landscaping was real well down here, so he devotes his time to that. And then the one during the day is here for all the emergencies or the work orders that are and requests that are put together. So we moved Steve, our first shift security person, in the old manager's department. So he stays there. So now we have someone on site where we were lacking our person on site since Claudia left. And we also gave him another responsibility of coming in and locking all the doors, and then patrolling the pool area, putting down the umbrellas. If a windstorm comes up, how many times do we replace the umbrellas down here? I mean, every time a windstorm comes up, we lose one. So he puts down the umbrellas, makes sure that everything's secure, and especially keeps the people out, the locals. Once they get to work, there was no security in here. You have a lot of people coming in. We had people coming in from campgrounds. We had people wandering in. Some thought it was a public pool. So now we've made sure that we can keep those type of people out of here and keep the place secure on the outside. And then the third piece that isn't completed yet is over by the maintenance room, where they put the new geothermal equipment in. They're going to block that in and then put a door in, so that will secure that area over there. Because a lot of times what I notice happens at night is the people will get their bathing suits and their towels coming on the street, and they go through that back area and go out in the pool. So those of you that are on the front end know 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, they're having a party out there, and that stuff just, noise just radiates throughout the building. So that's part of the security system. That's why that's in. The second thing, hopefully you've noticed the difference in your rooms. Katie and I have worked together to change a lot of the help, so you see some new faces. We've made a few subtle changes in that. Remember Jeanette? She's been a long and valued employee, so we took Jeanette and we moved her into the laundry room because we had people staying over. And we rotated days where people would stay over and do the laundry, helping people up and above their housekeeping. So we moved Jeanette over into the laundry area where she does the laundry, and then we have the housekeepers focused on the rooms, and we were able to do that with no additional cost. And be able to take care of Jeanette. she's able to handle laundry, but as you can see, she's so frail that it was getting to the point where she really couldn't do, even though she tried, she couldn't do the housekeeping like she used to. So that was a subtle move there. Another thing you probably didn't notice is there's been a lot of change in the railings. Some of the railings were up to code, some of the railings weren't up to code, some of the railings were loose, and I'm talking about up on your balconies. So especially the corner units up in here, the new code was to go from 6-inch gaps to 4-inch gaps, with the purpose of kids to get in there and get their head stuck in between the railings, you know. So all the railings have been changed, and we're all in code now, right? Yep. So we're all in code with that. You probably noticed the pipe running along the front there, and the pool. How nice the pool is staying now and maintaining its temperature. That's the new geothermal system that was put in. So it works off from water instead of the old propane that we used to have. And basically what it does is it pumps water out, goes through the system, takes the heat out of the water, and then pumps it back into the earth over on the other side. And that's how we maintain our heating system. Now it's important in two ways. First of all, is that we can heat it for near nothing as compared to what we used to pay, which was about $13,000, $15,000 a year just to heat that pool. What you don't know, because you're not here during the summer, is that we had no way of cooling the pool. So if you were here in the summertime jumping in the pool, it'd be 90 degrees. So it was not a refreshing pool. So now with the geothermal system, it works just like an air conditioner and a heat pump. You can heat it during the winter and you can cool it during the summer, and you can maintain a constant temperature. And so you see a little bit of that in here because the temperature is constant for two reasons. The geothermal system, and then all the thermostats are locked down so everybody can't go in there and turn them up and down. The boat dock. I'm sure you all know some boat docks. Well, I don't want to get into the last 3 or 4 boat docks that we've had put in there and we've lost. But, you know, the sign of foolishness is to do the same thing over and over and expect different results. So we brought Coral Construction in, George, who we've been working with, has done a nice job on the building. And we've applied for new permits, and we're going to use a different, well, it's engineered, and we're going to put in a little different system over there. So we are going to get a boat dock. 2 of the permits are in. The local permit is not in yet, but when we get that permit in, you should see some work starting to come in here. George is going to come in. He's going to put the new dock in. And this time we hope it withstands just the tropical storms. The last time we lost that dock was a tropical storm. It wasn't even a hurricane, where all the other docks around here stayed through that. And basically what was happening is the water was coming down underneath, hitting the rocks, and then hydraulicing up and taking that dock out of there. So now we've got to put it in a way to prevent the water from getting down underneath it so it doesn't hydraulic up. So we're going to have to end up replacing docks every 2 or 3 years. So that will be coming probably early next month. The office. And the office redecorated. Katie did a nice job on that. I'd like to say that was planned, but actually what happened is we had a water leak and we had spalling in there that was never taken care of while we were replacing all the other spalling. And while Katie was sitting at her desk, she damn near got killed with a piece of concrete that came on the ceiling. So we thought that would be the time to get in there and take care of the office. So all the spalling in the office has been taken care of. You see it's got a new ceiling, repainted, new desks. And actually, it was fairly reasonable to get that complete office redone. So now there's space for the office people to work in. We've got filing space in there. And it also is the first spot that you walk into and see when you come in, you know, so that kind of sets the tone for people that are checking in. It just looks a lot more professional.